Russia. Putin just called on his citizens, urging them to refrain from traveling to the United States. So this announcement didn't come long after, earlier today, when Ukraine bombed inside of Russia again, using United States-supplied ATACMS missiles. So, another escalation, and it's very clear that both sides do not want to make a peace deal, that they're going to keep escalating until it gets out of control. And what do we think by Putin's message, though? Is he just making another claim as a warning with no action behind it, or is it more serious this time?
Shalom, shalom. KAHALAL, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, BAHASHAM, KAKUDASH. Double honor to the elders and apostles, a great millstone, the teacher move well. Peace and salutations be to the elect. And by that Tazra, I'm coming to truth from the prophets in Babylon, camp here in Tampa, Florida. Today's lesson is going into Putin warning Russians and urging Russians to refrain from traveling to America, or Russian citizens to refrain from traveling to America. All right, because things are about to start getting nasty, man. All right, Russia about to start throwing blows back, you know. And it seemed like he'd been holding off until Trump gets in office, but America's been provoking him, poking the bear at this point, you know, by continuing to supply Ukraine with American-made missiles, and now they're using their ammo to attack Russia. They just did another bombing against Russia with American ammo, and that's what made Putin make this statement. All right, so America's not directly attacking them, but it's basically as if I gave the bullet to someone to shoot you, you know. So it's still an attack coming from me, you know, like almost like sending out a hit or supplying your enemy, you know. And that's going to take things to the next level with this war, man. Okay, when a missile drops down here in America, that's when all hell's gonna break loose. All right, and Putin is holding back on doing so because America is a nuclear country. It's a superpower. If Putin drops a missile here, he knows that he's gonna have to go all out and send out all his nuclear missiles. You know, but I believe he's not gonna do that. I believe he's gonna hold off until the end, when the Lord is ready to come, because if he do it now, it'll be too early. You know, MOTB ain't been made mandatory yet. A lot of prophecy still must be fulfilled before that prophecy comes to play. All right, so though it looks like he's about to shoot off nukes, he's really not just yet. As it looks like we're about to enter into all-out war, but that time really isn't yet. We still got a little bit more time before that comes, because these prophecies got to be fulfilled. So he's holding off because if you think about it logically, he can't really shoot those off unless he's ready to end America, and he ain't got all his allies ready for that just quite yet. You know, that's why the scriptures say, "All ye nations bend the bow." Okay, shoot at her and spare no arrows, because the Putin's got to get more his allies ready before they attack America, because his missiles alone ain't gonna be enough to bring America to a complete end. When Putin attacks, he's gonna want to attack America in a way that they cannot retaliate. Okay, and that requires all his nukes and all his allies' nukes. He's gonna burn them up so that their country doesn't suffer a nuclear blast of an American-made missile. Okay. Which is the smart thing to do. Okay. This is the book of Matthew chapter 24 and verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Alright, so these things must happen, but the end ain't yet, man. It's not the end yet. It's not the time where Yahawashi is gonna crack the sky yet. That's coming up very soon. But there's still things that must take place here before that. Okay. It says, in the NLT, and you will hear of wars and threats of wars. Look at that, threats of wars. Right now we're hearing threats from Putin. Okay. It says, and you will hear of wars and threats of wars, but don't panic. Yes, these things must take place, but the end won't follow immediately. Okay, so you're not going to, the Lord ain't gonna crack the sky right after Putin ain't just gonna shoot off nuclear missiles after these threats he's been making, and then the Lord's gonna crack the sky. No, man, there's gonna be some things that's gonna take place between them. All right, there's gonna be a lot of deception in the mix, a lot of betrayal, a new currency, a whole deception, a whole world deception, a unification, and then a separation again. Okay, a lot of things got to take place before we can press towards the real new world order, man. Okay. It says in the NLT in verse 7, nation will go to war against nation and kingdom against kingdom. There will be famines and earthquakes in many parts of the world. It says in the NLT, but all this is only the first of the birth pains, with more to come. Woof. These are only the first of the birth pains. Okay. Matter of fact, we can grab that in Esdras. It says 2nd Esdras chapter 14 and verse 38. As when a woman with child in the 9th month. Matter of fact, verse 37. Behold, the plagues are nigh and are not slack. As when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, with 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb. Which pains, when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. Okay? And the Lord is that child coming forth, man. And the birth pains are the plagues in this world that's taking place. Alright? The destructions that's going on, the famines, the earthquakes, the pestilence, the wars and rumors of wars. Okay? War is going to take place, yeah, but not just yet. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrows shall come upon it on every side. And these sorrows are speaking of great worldly tribulations, such as famines, sicknesses on a great scale, okay, hyperinflation, all right, betrayal, blackouts. That's gonna be like the Great Depression on steroids, man. You ain't see nothing yet. All right. Oh, my people, hear my word. Make you ready to thy battle. How do you ready up? You ready up spiritually. You ever be in the lobby in a game, and your friends tell you to ready up? Well, you gotta ready up for this movie. All right. And you gotta ready up spiritually. You can't go buy a bunch of cans of SpaghettiOs and be safe through Jacob's trouble. It's not gonna save you. No, somebody else gonna eat them shits up. Or you may buy a can of SpaghettiOs and eat them up before the tribulation even come. Or so like you may buy a cabinet full of SpaghettiOs, and you and your family might eat it up before the tribulation even comes, man. Okay. A lot of things can happen to factor into where the things you trying to do to protect yourself from that time, it's not going to avail for you. It's going to be to no avail. All right, you just got to trust in the Lord. Okay. All right, I'm going to grab this in the book of Revelations, chapter 11, and verse 14. It says, the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. All right. So that second world war is past, right? And the third world war comes quickly. It's coming quickly. Okay, and ain't no escaping that. That woe is speaking of that world war. All right.
Donde podamos entendernos.
Salakia. This is the NLT. It says, Revelations 11:14, the second terror is past, but look, the third terror is coming quickly. And what's that terror? That's speaking of that world war. Okay? And the second world war is prophesied as well. You know, the third war comes quickly after, and that third war is going to be the last war. All right? Let me grab this and close out with this. In the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50 and verse 14. In the NLT. Yes, prepare to attack Babylon, all you surrounding nations. Let your archers shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she has sinned against the Lord. It says, shout war cries against her from every side. Look, she surrenders. Her walls have fallen. It is the Lord's vengeance, so take vengeance on her. Do to her as she has done to others. Whoo! The big bully of the earth, man. That's the great big bully of the earth. All right, it's about to be done to her what she was doing to others. She about to get bullied. The people that she was bullying about to gang up on her. All right. It says, take from Babylon all those who plant crops, send all the harvesters away. All right, and these heathen nations come over here to plant their crops and harvest. They come over here to make that. They start their own business and they consume Jake. Okay, they devour Jake because Jake is the biggest consumer. All right, it says, because of the sword of the enemy, everyone will run away and rush back to their own lands. All right, so this is why Russia said, refrain from traveling to America. This country's got these people coming to America, and these Elamites, okay, these Moabites, they all come over here and make their own business and get rich and famous. They come here to the streets paved with gold, so-called, and they make their little businesses and they make their money off of Jake. But now America's getting ready to be shot down out of the air. So these people are going to start turning back to go to their own countries. They're going to buy their plane ticket to get back to their own country. They see America's failing. All right? And it's already happening, man. Okay? So with that, I truly hope this lesson was edifying to you. I'll give it out waffles and truth and sincerity. So next time, Yahshua, I give all glory, honor, and praises unto YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Shalom.